What's going on, y'all? This is Corey Nelson, another episode of the AllBall podcast, and today we're going to be talking about Damian Lillard and his new situation he has going on with the Portland Trail Blazers. Yesterday, it was reported that he reached a 2-year, $121 million extension with the Portland team. This will make him the player who played the most years with the Portland Trail Blazers. Last year, they finished 27-55. Missing the postseason for the very first time since the 2012-2013 season. Now, partially that was due to him being out due to injury, but let's just look at his stat for last season. Last season, he averaged 24 points a game, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 0.6 steals, and 0.4 blocks a game. He had the worst shooting year that year, 40% from the field and 32% from beyond the arc. Yes, like I said, he was out for a while due to injury, so of course his numbers are going to be a little lower than usual. Not to mention, they were dealing with trades such as CJ McCollum, who was a really big piece to the Trailblazers in their playoff runs that they had. Even though they never gotten far, he still played a huge role. And I think that once it's all said and done, McCollum should have a jersey retired once his career is over, as well as Dame, obviously. Now, a lot of people may look at Dame signing his extension and be like, wow, this guy doesn't want to win a ring. But I can kind of understand why he will want to stay, even though the chances of winning a ring are very slim to none. There's still the Trailblazers still have some great potential on that team. Let's look at who he'll be teaming up with next season. As the roster stands now, he'll be with Josh Hart, who last year averaged 14 points a game on 50% shooting and 34% from the three. He'll also have Anthony Simons, who averaged 17 points per game last season on 44% shooting and 40% from beyond the arc. He will also have Yusuf Nurkic, who averaged 15 points and 11 rebounds. And you'll also have Drew Eubanks, who averaged 14 points a game and 8 rebounds a game. Not to mention, they just drafted Shaedon Sharpe, who is a prototypical scoring guard who's extremely athletic. Now, if the Trailblazers don't win a championship during the rest of his time there, then Damian Lillard might want to consider moving to another team. Although the older he gets, his trade value will go down. So I would suggest playing it out this season. And then, if things don't go his way, then he could possibly just look towards going to another team. And he may have to do what Kevin Durant did, even though it's against his morals, and I understand. But he may want to start thinking about going to, quote unquote, a super team or building a super team. Now, I don't know how the league will look by the time his contract is up and what draft picks they will acquire if they don't make it as far as they hope. But regardless, if they don't win a championship or at least make a deep playoff run, then I would highly consider moving to another team if I was Damian Lillard. Now, once his career is done, it doesn't matter. You can look at the records and all of that. Damian Lillard, he's going to have his jersey retired. If he doesn't, then it will look really bad for the Portland Trailblazers franchise. Same with LeBron James and Cleveland Cavaliers, or even Russ with OKC. If you don't retire their jerseys, it's like a slap in the face. So with Damian Lillard wanting to prove something by staying with the Portland Trailblazers, I respect that, like to the fullest, because that's what it's about when you look at guys like Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, even Stephen Curry, or even Bradley Beal. Even though Bradley Beal, he's not in the same conversation, but those other guys I mentioned, they stayed with their team and they were successful. Now, same with Bradley Beal, he may stay with Washington for his entire career. I don't know, but like with Dame, listen, you can only lose so much, It doesn't matter how faithful you are, how much you love the town. A real competitor ain't gonna keep losing. They ain't gonna keep losing. So with that being said, this is Corey Nelson checking out. And until next time.